Around 2 years ago, it was the very first time I stepped on the basketball court. And guess what was going on in my mind when I saw all of these street players doing all these like nasty moves and shit like that? I was terrified, bro. I was shitting myself, bro. I thought that as soon as I get in a match with these guys, I would get freaking clobbered. So I soon find some guys who wanted to play around, and we start playing, and guess how I ended up performing? This like terrible mindset of overthinking everything that's going to happen. Sure, it was literally the first time I willingly played basketball besides PE, so I didn't pretty much know anything. But still, I was shitting myself, and that made me play way, way worse. I remember at the end of the day, because of course we lost, by the way, at the end of the day, I sat down in my room and I started thinking whether if I actually want to play the sport. But after some thinking, I was like, fuck it, let's keep playing. So a year passes, and I'm making some nice progress. I'm finally starting to learn all these cool moves I saw on the internet, and everything's going great. And it all started with PE, when my PE coach was like, fuck it, we're playing basketball today. Of course, he didn't say it in the way that I just described. But you get the idea, okay? You get the general idea of what I'm trying to speak. And we're playing basketball, and it's pretty ironic because I'm 5'7". I'm the shortest kid in my class. But nobody in my class knows a flying fuck about basketball. I'm from Central Europe. Nobody gives a fuck about that sport here. Everybody's into football, soccer, and all that type of shit. Nobody cares about basketball. So when we got into the game, I was doing really good that day. So when the PE teacher looked at me, he thought to himself, yeah, we need this kid on our team. Hey, you, Simon. Yeah, you. You're going on a pickup game tomorrow. Get your ass ready. And you know what happened in my mind? The exact same fucking thoughts from beforehand. Fuck, I'm stuttering so much. Essentially, I nearly shot myself when I stepped on the court. I was playing with motherfuckers who were like 6'9", fucking 6'5", you know, all these like crazy heights compared to 5'7" me. Little tiny little boy who just wanted to be a flashy point guard. Of course I did shit. The exact same story happened as last time. When the coach looked at me, he thought I was joking. He looked at me with this like disappointment in his eyes. But he let me show up to practice like every week still. So I kept practicing every day, and I kept making more and more and more progress. I started playing basketball no matter the weather. I played it outdoors, I played it indoors, I played it everywhere. I was really fucking digging that sport. And here I am right now. Within a matter of a week, I'll soon play in my very first official basketball game. I finally made it to the team. I'm going on my first tournament. I'm so excited. But at the same time, you know what type of thoughts are going on now in the back of my head. Why do I keep stuttering so much? Fuck. You know what type of thoughts are coming from my head, right? At one side, I'm very excited because I finally got the opportunity I've been waiting for so long. But on the flip side of things, I've never been so scared to do the one thing I love in my life. The pressure is so high. But the thing that you need to understand when you're going through situations like these, your head, your little brain, it's literally like basketball. Do you know why you like playing basketball so much? It's because your brain works exactly the same. When you have a basketball, the more air you put into it, the more it starts growing, right? The more you increase the pressure, the bigger it gets. The harder it starts to fucking bounce. But there's a point in time when it grows and grows and grows until it pops. Why did I have to tip the camera? Until it pops, and from that point you're doing pretty much shit. That's exactly how your mind fucking works. You see, you need a little bit of pressure for the basketball to work, because hey, that's where the fun is. If you're playing an official basketball game and you're like, just another game, bro. Sure, you're enjoying the sport, but I personally like playing with this a little bit of excitement in the back of my head. So you need a little bit of air inside to truly have like the best experience. But you know what it feels like to play on a basketball that just has too much air. It doesn't feel as good, does it? Suddenly everything slowly starts to feel more off. You know, you can't make the jump shots, you can't do the dribbles. It feels shit. Until you put more air into it and more air into it, and then yeah, the balloon popped. You get the idea. Does it click in your head now? Do you understand it yet? Do you need another fucking analogy on how your brain works, bro? I promise you. The way you should think about fear, you shouldn't like obsess over it. You shouldn't fill your brain with these negative emotions. Matter of fact, the way I like to think of this is I like to sort of lie to myself in the back of the brain. I don't know a better way to say it, if I'm being downright honest. I kind of just lie to myself and I try to convince myself that I'm not scared, I'm just excited. I'm excited as fuck. Theoretically, it's like the same thing if you think about it. Okay, not really. Not really, but I try to just convince myself that I'm not scared, I'm just excited. Because I am very fucking excited, bro. I've been waiting on this opportunity for 2 fucking years. And now I'll finally get to play the sport I love. I'll finally get to play in an official tournament game. If I stutter one more fucking time, bro, I'm gonna smack the shit out of that camera. But yeah, you're telling me that you want to give up this huge opportunity you've been waiting for so long just because you have a little bit too much air? Just because you're scared? Listen, I'm not trying to say that fear is something that you can just neglect in a snap and ignore it completely. It will feel like shit playing through fear, sure. But it's far better than giving up and regretting. I promise you. It is way better to push through this little bit of discomfort and see yourself rise up, rather than to never find out in the first place whether if it was a good idea or not. Whether if you could actually be a good player. Whether if you could actually make it. And the mistake most people do, they give up too early. They can't handle a little bit of pressure, so they just give up. But do you want to end up like that? Do you genuinely look at the opportunities you were given and you think to yourself, yeah, I'm just scared to do it? That's irrational. Nobody fucking thinks like this. Listen, it's better to go through that pain first of being scared to do the things you want to do, but then actually starting to do it, rather than never getting from stage 1. Because I promise you, this short little bit of pain you have to go through just because you're scared to do something, it is nothing compared to the pain of regret you'll have to go through because you never actually got to try the thing you wanted to do. That pain is infinite because you can't get that opportunity back. You're stuck like this now. And you can't do fucking shit. Is that how you want to end up? I don't think you do. So yeah, long story short, the lesson of this video is take the opportunities you are given and don't live by fear, because that will get you to places where you don't want to be. Remember, don't put too much air in the basketball. As stupid as it sounds, but hey, it works. Fuck it, whatever, bro. Like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord. I'll see you later.